Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast, a fan podcast dedicated to Manchester United Football Club. I hope everyone enjoyed their long weekend, and I hope those that didn't have a long weekend still enjoyed theirs and is having a good start to their work week. Obviously, big news this morning about Benjamin Sesko. I will be getting into that for today's episode. But before we continue on with that, like, subscribe, leave a comment on Apple Podcast, YouTube, or Spotify, and then follow me on social media, Instagram and TikTok, Red Devils Corner Kick Pod, and then on X, RD Corner Kicks Pod. Yes, it's a different time for my episodes. Usually it's late at night, nearly almost midnight where I am when I release my pod. But obviously difference in schedule today, so I thought I'd get it out and talk about it because, when you wake up, you see the big news of Benjamin Sesko and Manchester United being together. That's obviously something you want to talk about. But it's only a bit, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing has been made official yet. Because again, as we're talking, I'm always keeping my Twitter open. I'm always keeping, news outlets, just seeing what's going on there. And as of right now, nothing has really been official yet. Just a bid, 85 million euros total. That's including add-ons for Benjamin Sesko. What does that mean? Means, like I've always talked about, nothing has been official. It's just something going there. Obviously, reports coming out that Benjamin Sesko has agreed to verbal terms to both clubs. It's just a matter of choosing who he wants. No matter what has been said in the last 2 weeks, that Benjamin Sesko does want Manchester United, there's don't make sure that's not a guarantee. We put in a lower bid. Obviously, Newcastle have put in 2 bids. The second one being higher than what United have put in. So it's there. The only concern is, was there an add-on clause put into the deal? I really hope not, because if we ever decide to sell Sesko in 5 years and it's worth a lot, I really don't want us to lose a chunk of change on that sell-on clause. So we need to wait and see what goes on. It's just a waiting game now. Whether we find out anything in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 4 hours, 10 hours, 24 hours, 48 hours, we do not know what's going to happen. What is my review on it? I think we should be spending money somewhere else, like getting that additional goalkeeper and midfielder that we've been discussing about. We have 2 strikers that are here. Obviously, they're not the strikers people want, but they're there. They're there that have been training with this team and know what the system is. But right now, it is hard to say what's going to be done. Also, the one thing too is I didn't see in the Sesko bid, is Rasmus Højlund involved in the deal? For all I know, that's in closed doors. We don't even know what's going on there. So does that make a difference? Potentially. I know there's rumors that RB Leipzig wanted Rasmus. They look at him as a good player. Could that have been intrigued with the cost going down? Who knows? I really hope it's not 85 million plus Rasmus Højlund, because then we're overpaying. And I don't want to be overpaying and losing certain players. And again, it's not just me who has mixed feelings. There are other people. I've seen other fan channels, news outlets talking about it. Listen, I'm happy that we're going for this type of striker, that we have a bid in. Obviously, things with Osimhen, Gyökeres, Delap did not go through. I know Ekitike in the end wasn't a choice. He's gone. I read a rumor yesterday, and I posted it, that Manchester United put a 200 million euro bid on Vinicius Jr. from Real Madrid. Nobody else has reported that. I saw that popped up on one of my feeds. I read the article, but I think Sports Illustrated may have posted something as well. But no, the $200 million bid is definitely more of a story than anything. Nothing accurate with that. A lot more fan channels would have broken in with that and the rumors of that type of offering. But listen, it's hard to say. It is really hard to say. I know there's rumors that he wants us, that he wants to play for us. He's young. He has more talent. His footwork. I was watching highlights this morning. I did. I just, you know what? Like, I did it with Rasmus. I did it with Joshua Xerxes. I did look at highlights of their play and look at what they saw. Obviously, Sesko and Xerxes both, I would say Xerxes' footwork looks a little bit better with his movement and how he plays. But his hold up for, like, this is going down to Sesko. Sesko's hold up, it looks a little bit better. The control, the movement. Will he make an impact? Potentially. I don't know. You don't know. The only thing is, it's just the price tag. And obviously, this summer season for the transfers, the price tags have been inflated. A lot of people blame Manchester United. Cunha had a release clause, ladies and gentlemen, of $62.5 million. Obviously, Brentford, what we paid for with Embuemo. But, you know, for the price that we paid for some of these players, we got 20 goals scored by one and 15 scored by another. So the price tags that we got for those players are quite well, considering Alanga went for 55 and he only scored, 8 or 10 goals last season. There's players out there who have scored less that still went for that. So we got a good deal on the players that we got. In the end, when you're looking at the price tags here, Isak is expected to go for 150 million, rumors to have it. So we'll see. That's what it is. We'll see what happens. But it's, yeah. We'll see what happens with this whole bid. I'm just looking at my TikTok or my Twitter right now as I'm reading it, or X, depending on what you're doing. Just looking at seeing what's going on. It's, yeah, everyone's expressing their review. I may have seen a rumor here right now. Ross Harwood, who's a journalist, right now has just reported Leipzig will accept Manchester United's bid of $85 million total package. Sesko has already said yes to the move. This deal will be done. Benjamin Sesko will be a Manchester United football player. That was reported at 8 a.m. this morning. I don't know if it's been official yet. Like, nothing is there. That's just from Ross Harwood, that they will accept it. Who knows? It's hard to say. It really is. Hold on here. Yeah, now they're having other discussions. It's just a risk, and I'm seeing this too. Yeah, here's another thing. Yeah, a lot of people are expressing their interest. Like, and the crazy thing is, it's coming up on 2 years from Rasmus as well. And everyone, yeah, a lot of people. As much as a lot of people were excited for Sesko, now that the bid is in and they've seen the price tag, that is what is killer. That's what's killing. Like, we're 2 years away from signing Rasmus, and we'll see. We put in a less bid, and the less bid may get us Sesko, which is crazy to hear. Like, a lot of the reminder was Højlund contract today. It's hard to say. It is. It's hard to say what's going to happen with this club. It's hard to say what's going to happen with the negotiations, because as I'm talking to you and as I mentioned, I do keep X open. I do keep other news outlets open, just to get updates on any news involving the club. But right now, yeah, because again, it's just the same thing. Reaches agreement. There's, again, like I said, Harwood said that Leipzig will agree and Sesko will be a Manchester United player this week. I don't know what's happening. I really don't. And I know there's other positions we need to look at. Donnarumma from PSG is up for £30 million to purchase, though he wants to play his final year of his contract with PSG, and PSG may allow that. There's talks of United going for Baliba to make sure that we have an additional midfielder, which is definitely a cause for concern. Not that we need not the cause for concern isn't, oh, we're going out just to spend money on a random midfielder. No, the concern is because we need additional midfielders there for the system, because what we saw in the preseason, Bruno's made his comments. There has been comments about transfers, trying to get the right players in. So we've had that there. I'm not saying, oh, it's a cause for concern because we're looking at another player. We need the more help. And I know they're looking at other players, other midfielders. Obviously, there's Morten Human from Sporting that they're looking to potentially get. Again, Baliba, but again, it's about the money available. And listen, €85 is great. It's not. I really hope there's no sell-on clause at the end, and I really hope Rasmus isn't part of the deal. I hope he stays. But looking at it here, yeah, it's like I'm happy with, like, don't get me wrong. How do I say this? I shouldn't be saying I'm happy. No, that's 85 million could be used elsewhere, just to say that. And from what I'm reading here, and a lot of people want to go for Ollie Watkins, who could be, let's say, 10 million euros less, 10, 15 million euros less, depending on what the transfer is. But I know 60 million pounds is usually the case here, is what the bid has been, or what the reported bid would be for Ollie Watkins from Aston Villa. But it's, yeah, it's hard to say what's going to happen here. I know a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot of people, and and Wirtz too was gone. But yeah, it's, Gyökeres has officially started with Arsenal. Listen, everyone is up and down on this. They are. But the reason why is it's 85 million euros. So that's what the problem is. And here we are again, 2 years later, similar deal that we did for Rasmus. The thing was, though, they're both different styles of strikers, to say that. They are. They're both different types of strikers on how they move the ball. Obviously, from what I saw with Sesko's highlights today, hold-up play, movement is better than what Højlund is. Nothing against Højlund. Like I mentioned, the comparison with Xerxes, I think with the two of them, having those types of footwork and everything, that it may be there. I don't know. Just rumors of Sesko. Because again, like I mentioned, Sesko has agreed to terms with both. So, yeah. Yeah, everyone's questioning the money. Everyone's questioning this. There's one post I just saw right now. Leipzig are expected to accept the Newcastle 90 million offer to sign Benjamin Sesko. No news confirmed. Again, yeah, let's go look at what's trending on X right now. What's trending is Benjamin Sesko. Fabrizio Romano, 2 hours. Man United obviously put the bid in after they put in the 90 million bid yesterday. Again, Ornstein and Romano have yet to post anything like of an agreement. A lot of people are posting agreements or rumors that that Newcastle has that Newcastle's bid is accepted. There's another one where United's bid has potentially been accepted. But nothing yet. We're not going to find out anything for the next. I'm going to be sure in the next 24 hours. Someone's bid's going to get rejected and someone's bid's going to get accepted, and nobody's going to like that. Obviously, Newcastle, they haven't gotten the targets that they've wanted. There's obviously they need to get a replacement because Isak is looking to leave for Liverpool. So but we just don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to go ahead. And like how some people are posting the transfer fee in US dollars just to make it look bigger. But we don't know. We really don't know what's going to happen. And I know the last couple weeks, Sesko will not be. Well, Sesko could be wearing the number 9. Who knows? But we don't know. And a lot of United fans are just jumping for joy that the bid has gone in. They've already assumed that the bid has been accepted. And I've mentioned before on episodes when I've talked about the transfer window, it's great. Don't get me wrong, it's great that we have players that want to come join despite how we played last season. We got Cunha, we got Mbuemo, we've had Diego Leon, Aiden Heaven, Dorgu have all come to play for Manchester, have Sal signed to join for Manchester United. But let's be real here. You have players here that have said they wanted to play. Obviously Gyökeres said no. Osimhen was willing to come play. There's talks with Ekitike. There's a lot of players there. Even at one point, Gyökeres was rumored to wanting to join Manchester United. As much as you hear those words, nothing is set in stone yet. We don't know. A bid has gone in. You can hear, like I mentioned, there was a report there saying that it's likely that RBZ Leipzig will accept United's bid, and Sesko will be a Manchester United player. I don't think that could happen, especially when now I'm seeing rumors of Newcastle's bid's going to be accepted and all that, and yeah. But we don't know. We won't know for 24 hours, in my opinion. If it's sooner, great. I'll post another episode of the pod, and we can talk about that then. But yeah, this episode was just mostly, now that I saw the news, I thought I'd jump in and start talking about it. Like everyone else who has been talking about the wonderful bid that went in. The bid that has just gone in. Nothing has been confirmed yet. It's just a waiting game now. We wait and see what happens. And that's all we can do. Bid is in, waiting game is on. We can highlight, we can start talking. And again, this bid is great, but like I've mentioned throughout this episode, I am not the only fan who has up and downs about this. The up is, yes, we get a promising young striker who has scored and played in European competitions and has done decent. That also being said, we're paying £85 million or 85 million euros for a young player who may not transfer to his skills to the Premier League very well, may need time to develop, and we may rip him apart within the first 2 months of the Premier League. So I leave that up to you, United fans, what you guys want to decide. The bid is in. I hope there's no sell-on clause. I'm wondering what's happening with Rasmus Højlund. Is he somehow part of this deal? Is that going to be reducing it? If not, is it Rasmus Højlund plus the 85 million? From what I'm reporting, I don't see anything there reporting about that. I didn't see anything about sell-on clause, and I didn't see anything about Rasmus Højlund being included, which is a good thing. Because again, if we decide to sell him later on and we wanted to get big bucks for him, and we have to give like 35% to RBZ Leipzig, that's, yeah. So not looking at the sell-on clause. Don't get me wrong. United's funds from this summer have been from sell-on clauses. There's benefits, but like let's say we doubled. Let's just say the transfer window for this guy in 5 years is double from what we paid. Do you really want to give up like 50%? Like, yeah. I'm not saying that's what's going to be the sell-on clause, but I know earlier with the bid reports that they wanted a sell-on clause, so I know that the add-ons are apparently achievable. So we'll see there. Yeah, but I'm going to leave it there for the episode of the pod. I'll be back possibly. I know I was going to say Thursday that I was be back. I'm going to come back tomorrow with another episode of the podcast, as well as Thursday, as well, because you know what, it's going to be within 24 hours. And to update other transfer windows, yes, I mentioned the midfielders. We're still looking at Donnarumma, still nothing. The 4 players that are still waiting, nothing. Sancho, nothing. Garnacho, nothing. Again, United should not be dropping their asking price for Garnacho. Leave it there. Antony is trying to pull a Rashford, hopefully to get what he wants. If I'm United, it's a World Cup year, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. I know these players are trying to get what they want. I saw a rumored article or a rumor report that a vote may go in where players can terminate their contracts for free if they want to leave. That is good and dangerous all mixed into one with that rumor report. But because again, nothing's updated. We can speculate. We can, like, I know today, the next 24 hours, United fans are going to be speculating, what is our squad going to look like now with Sesko? Well, the bid's gone in. Sesko's on his way. Nothing's official yet. I mentioned about reports saying that Newcastle's bid has been apparently accepted and United's bid is going to be accepted, and he'll be like, there's nothing concrete yet. So, yeah, it's just a waiting game. We'll find out in 24 hours. I'll be back Wednesday. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back with a new episode just to see, hey, what's happened here. But yes, Sesko bid is in. Now we just wait and we'll see what happens with other players. That's basically it. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, leave a comment, feedback, whether you're following on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube, as well as Instagram, RD Corner Kicks Pod on X, Red Devils Corner Kick Pod on TikTok and Instagram. But that's it. I will see you guys tomorrow, unless something changes in the next 24 hours. You never know. But this is the Red Devils Corner Kick Podcast. Glory, glory, Man United.